Hello and welcome to this lesson on human immune defenses, physical and chemical barriers. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify the physical barriers that prevent pathogens entering the body, explain how mucus, cilia, and skin protect against infection, and describe chemical barriers such as stomach acid, lysozymes, and beneficial bacteria. Let's get started. The first line of defense is designed to stop pathogens entering the body in the first place. This is extremely important because preventing infection is much easier and faster than fighting disease after pathogens have already entered tissues and started multiplying. To do this, the body uses both physical and chemical barriers that work together as a protective shield. Physical barriers act like security gates. They block pathogens mechanically and stop them from getting inside the body. Examples include the skin, mucus, and tiny hair-like structures called cilia. Chemical barriers work differently. Instead of physically blocking pathogens, they destroy or slow down microorganisms using chemicals, enzymes, and conditions that make it difficult for pathogens to survive. Examples include stomach acid, enzymes in tears, and beneficial bacteria that compete with harmful microbes. These defense systems operate continuously, day and night, protecting you every moment, often without us even noticing. Every breath you take and every surface you touch activates these natural protective mechanisms to help keep your body healthy. The skin is one of the body's most important physical barriers. It covers almost the entire surface of the body and acts like a protective shield, helping to stop pathogens from entering the tissues underneath. As shown here, many microorganisms are blocked at the skin surface and cannot pass through healthy, unbroken skin. This makes the skin our first line of defense against infection. The outer layer creates a tough barrier that protects the body from harmful bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens we come into contact with every day. However, if the skin becomes damaged through cuts, scratches, or grazes, pathogens suddenly have a possible entry point into the body. To reduce this risk, the body responds very quickly through the skin repair process. First, blood clotting occurs. Blood cells and clotting proteins work together to form a clot that helps stop bleeding. Next, a scab forms over the damaged area. The scab acts like a temporary protective cover that seals the wound and helps prevent pathogens from entering while the tissue underneath repairs itself. As healing continues, new skin cells grow and eventually replace the damaged tissue until the skin returns to normal. Without skin, the body would be highly vulnerable to infection because pathogens would have far easier access to enter tissues and spread through the body. The nose also helps defend the body against infection and acts as another important physical barrier. Every time we breathe in, the air contains dust, microorganisms, and other tiny particles that could be harmful if they enter deeper into the body. Inside the nose, small hairs help trap larger particles and prevent them from traveling further into the respiratory system. At the same time, sticky mucus lining the nasal passages captures pathogens and holds them in place before they can reach the lungs. Now let's follow the process shown in this diagram step by step. First, air enters the nose carrying dust, dirt, and microorganisms. Some of these particles could be harmful if they reach the lungs. Next, the nose hairs trap many of the larger particles, stopping them from traveling deeper into the respiratory system. Then, sticky mucus traps smaller particles and pathogens that pass through the hairs. The mucus holds them in place and prevents them from moving further down the airways. As a result, cleaner, filtered air reaches the airways, while many unwanted particles remain trapped. This process happens every time we breathe, helping reduce the risk of infection. Inside the trachea and bronchi, the body has another important defense system. Mucus lines the airways and traps pathogens, dust, and harmful particles that enter during breathing. The airway lining also contains cilia, which are tiny hair-like structures. These cilia beat rhythmically in coordinated waves. Their movement pushes the mucus upwards toward the throat. The trapped pathogens are then removed from the body by coughing, swallowing, or blowing the nose. This process prevents many pathogens from reaching the lungs and causing infection. The stomach provides an important chemical barrier against infection. It produces hydrochloric acid, which creates a highly acidic environment. Many pathogens that enter the body through food, water, or swallowed mucus cannot survive these conditions. The acid destroys many microorganisms before they can reach the intestines and multiply. This helps protect the digestive system from infection. The body also produces other important chemical defenses. Lysozymes are enzymes found in tears and saliva. They help protect the body by breaking down bacterial cell walls, which kills bacteria and reduces the risk of infection. The body also contains natural bacterial flora, sometimes called beneficial bacteria. These microorganisms live naturally in places such as the gut and vagina. They protect the body by competing with harmful bacteria for space and nutrients. This makes it more difficult for pathogens to establish themselves, multiply, and cause disease. Now let's look at another chemical barrier shown here called sebum. Sebum is an oily substance produced and released by sebaceous glands in the skin and spreads across the skin's surface. Unlike physical barriers that block pathogens, sebum protects the body chemically. It contains antimicrobial chemicals that help kill bacteria and fungi before they can multiply and cause infection. This makes the skin surface a less suitable place for many microorganisms to survive. Together, physical barriers and chemical barriers work continuously to create a powerful defense system that protects the body from infection. Now let's move on to some exam-style practice questions. You can pause the video and try it yourself. Let's begin question number 1. Explain how the skin helps prevent infection. The skin acts as a physical barrier that blocks pathogens from entering body tissues. If the skin becomes damaged, blood clotting occurs and a scab forms. This seals the wound and reduces the chance of pathogens entering the body. Final answer. The skin forms a physical barrier that prevents pathogens from entering the body, and if it is damaged, it quickly forms a scab to reduce infection risk. Question number 2. Describe how mucus and cilia protect the lungs from pathogens. Mucus traps pathogens and harmful particles inside the airways. Cilia then beat rhythmically to move the mucus upwards toward the throat. The mucus is removed by coughing or swallowing, preventing pathogens from reaching the lungs. Final answer. Mucus traps pathogens and harmful particles in the airways, while cilia move the mucus toward the throat, where it is removed by coughing or swallowing. Question number 3. State one chemical barrier in the human body and explain its role. Stomach acid contains hydrochloric acid, which creates a highly acidic environment that kills many pathogens swallowed in food, water, or mucus before they can cause infection.